Yeah, now let's see, this is VK3REC. Is there anybody else for the Easypal net?
VK3, Bravo Alpha Charlie, name of Glenn.
VK3 Bravo Alpha Charlie, Glenn, good day there. I think that's the first time you've gotten on here. What's your experience level with Easypal?
Well, I know Stan, because we used to be involved in it in the very early days, probably 5 years ago maybe, and we used to run it through the Tigertronic signal link out of the back of a data port out of the ICOM radio, but I've since upgraded equipment, and this one I'm not using a data link at all. I'm using it directly to the computer via a USB cable to the radio. So I know it's receiving okay. I've managed to set up all the settings for receive, and I can see it's sort of transmitting, but I don't know what the levels are like. So we'll see how we go today.
Yeah, roger that. Thank you for that. Okay. Anybody else? This is VK3UKW.
VK3 UKW, VK3 Echo India Papa. Name is George.
EAP, VK3 UKW, good day. I think you haven't been on here on Sunday before either.
I haven't been on recently. I was on receiving only with when Chris AML, VK3 AML, when he was running it, and I could receive pictures. But I was doing it off a Linux box, and that computer's failed, and so now I've got a laptop running Windows, and I'm actually using Easypal, and I've got it hooked up to transmit, so I might be able to transmit, but I think I'd just like to start just by receiving.
Yeah, roger, no worries. Alright, since it's worked so well last this time, anybody else for the Easypal net? Nothing heard, so that makes 5 of us, if I can count, including my... Okay, thanks for checking in, and I've got to go and check that all my settings are working after I fiddled with the other radio. So I'm just going to go send a test picture on the drop of the repeater if nobody else has any questions. Nothing heard, so I'll just go ahead and send that. Okay, 3CJ and 3UKW, did you get that? That is the same test picture that I sent before.
Negative, your level's much lower than it was.
I see, yep, I turned down the level after Stan reported I was too low before. Alright, did anybody else receive received that? VK3BOT, VK3UKW?
No, I didn't even get a lock.
No lock for me, it was too low.
Yep, QSL, I'm gonna try again. Just gonna send for 10 seconds.
That's much more better.
QSL, VK3 chain 3 UKW, did you get a lock on that one?
Yeah, that was fantastic, Luke. That locked perfectly.
Okay, well then for everybody's benefit, I'll go and send through the whole thing. So on the drop off the repeater, the Easypal test picture, this time the full thing from VK3 UKW. VK3 CJN, VK3 UKW, did you get that?
Decode at 12 dB, Luke.
Yeah, QSL, VK3 BOT, VK3 UKW, what did you get from that?
13 dB at VK3 BOT, file OK and full decode.
Yeah, see, that's interesting. So that's essentially sent with the same settings as I did before, just the levels a little bit different because I've been fiddling with that. But other than that, I've made no changes. So that's interesting.
That's all to do with the volume. If you have the volume too loud, it won't work. If you have it too low, it won't work. You've just got to have that happy medium in the middle. But it's good transmission. VK3 BOT said that.
Yeah, QSL, VK3BAC, Glenn, did you get that?
Yeah, I got that, 13 dB. Just took a little while to lock on. The first time you sent it, I never locked on, so the little tweaking worked for you. And that was, yeah, a very quick picture because it came up quite well. So that's, okay, yep, that's fine.
Thanks for that. And VK3EIP, 3 UKW, did you receive that?
VK3 UKW, VK3 EIP. No, I'm not getting anything today. Don't know why. Maybe it's a finger problem here. Full, you know, if everybody else is decoding, I guess I'm getting used to the interface. I don't know if there's a setting somewhere that I haven't set, but no, don't have anything. Sorry.
QSL, how did you go with the traffic lights? Did you get any? Did you get the first green sync light?
Actually, I'll tell you what I did get. That waterfall display, I saw your header, and I could see the signal on that, and the spectrum display that shows everything, but there was nothing else. I don't know which light you're talking about, the sync light. So I saw your header anyway.
QSL, so in Easypal, the panel on the top left, on the right side of that, you've got four indicators there for the two different signal lock stages, and then the last one is the decode. Did you see any flickering there?
Okay, now I'm with you. In that sync little window, I think it went up to FAC, but it didn't go to the top.
QSL, that probably just means you need to adjust your input volume a little bit up or a little bit down.
Okay, I've got an FT736. I don't know if you're familiar with that, and I'm using the data port. So I might have to do the levels from the setup menu in the actual program. So just leave it with me. If you guys keep going, and I'll see if I can get anything.
Yeah, no worries. VK3 CJ and 3 BOT. You got anything to add to that for VK3 EIP there?
Yeah, VK3, UKW, VK3 CJ, and nearly gave the wrong call sign out, sorry. Yeah, it's quite likely, George, that your signal into your PC is too loud. That's generally what causes that. When it's getting to the soft side, you'll see it sync and drop out and sync and drop out. If it's too loud, it just won't sync at all. So that's my guess is that it's going to be too loud. Now you may be able to adjust that volume within the input control on the PC, but that's about all I can suggest. Otherwise, you need to probably put a 5K wire wound pot across the audio input and just turn it down until you get it to sync, just so that it shunts that level down a bit, would be another alternative. See how you go with those suggestions, and I'll throw it back to Luke, and then we can carry on. VK3 UKW, VK3 CJN.
Yeah, thank you, VK3 CJ and VK3 EIP. Assume you've heard all of that from Chris. Just another thing, I think you mentioned you had an ICOM there. If it's a modern ICOM, then in the settings menu under connectors there is a accessory/USB AF output level, so audio frequency output level setting there. So it can be adjusted straight in the radio settings. But like Chris said, just setting up a if you're going in straight via USB, then that and the settings in Windows is really the only place where you can adjust the audio level.
Okay, VK3 UKW, VK3 EIP. Okay, look, I did get all those instructions. I've got a little mixer here. I might be able to run it through that if all else fails. It's a FT736. It's a Yaesu, not a ICOM. It's an old radio, no menus, and I don't think there's a setting from the front panel for adjusting it. So I'll have a go with with the mixer and the Windows volume control and see how I go. VK3 UKW, VK3 Echo EIP, VK3 UKW.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for that. Hope you managed to get it all figured out. Yeah, if you do, in terms of a mix, I do actually use, what's it called? Just give me a second here. Yeah. VB Audio Voice Meter Potato is the soft mixer that I use on Windows.
A soft potato mixer, okay, I'll look that up, thanks.
Yeah, so that's a program that creates a virtual audio device, and so you can do mixing between your audio sources and the virtual audio device in software, and then you can hook up Easypal to the virtual audio device.
Yeah, I don't mean to hold you guys up, so if you just go ahead and just keep sending pictures, and I'll let you know when I've got something going. VK3 UKW VK3REC.
Yeah, QSL. So next on the list would be VK3CJN. Do you have a picture, potentially a moving one?
UKW VK3CJN. I thought that first off I would send the help document that we discussed, the menu help. The Easypal full guide. Now this will come through as a Word document, and you may get an error when you open it. Click through the error, it should still open. If it doesn't, then I can give you the path to go and find it. Okay, at the drop of the repeater, I will send a Word document.
A 3CJN, 3UKW. I could not get the lock on that, so it all showed up fine in the waterfall, but I could not get MSC a lock on that at all. I did try and play around with the volume, but it just did not happen.
Lock for me either.
Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. All right, I might drop my level just a little bit then. That shouldn't have changed anything, unless the other change I made is confusing things. Yeah, I'll think about that, because I was definitely receiving it on the scanner. So, right, I'll do a little bit more. Do you want me to resend it, or will we skip it and just go on?
Turn the volume down, Chris.
Feel free to send it again if you can. Just try and adjust your. If you think adjusting your volume might help, then go and try again.
I've dropped the level just a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Same as before for me, unfortunately. Did anybody manage to receive any segments on that? VK3 UKW.
Well, it can't be far away because I'm not getting a lock at this end, but it's wanting to. So maybe just adjust the volume down a little bit more. And just give us 10 seconds worth of transmission, and we'll just see if that makes a difference.
It's a Word document, but it sounded different. That'll do. I can't think of anything else to say, or any other way to put it. VK3BOT said that.
Okay, 3CJ and 3UKW. Let's see if anybody else has something to send, and then we'll get back to you.
Fair enough. Let's do it.
Next on the list would be VK3BOT, but he's already said that he is not sending today. So VK3BAC, 3UKW, do you have something to transmit?
Yeah, certainly do. I might send, say, 10 seconds of transmission and just, or a bit more, and just see if you get a lock on it. See if the levels are okay on the transmit side.
Yep, go ahead.
How'd we go with that?
I had no problem with that. I got 30 out of 31 segments there. Did anybody not manage to get a lock on that?
I have here 34 out of 242 segments, and it sounds absolutely marvellous. Very good indeed, Glenn. Gee, that didn't take long, did it? VK3 Bravo Oscar Tango said that lot.
Hey Stan, you don't know how long it's taken me to get to this point. With a new radio that's all menu driven, throw in upgrading Windows 10 on the computer, and then throw in Easypal, all the settings on that to try and make it work through the USB connection through the sound cards, and then it all changes when you either do it via the LAN, or USB, or the combinations. But anyway, that's a good sign. The other thing I'll just check with you, because it's been a while, is the I'm receiving in mode B, and I can see the transmission is mode B. Width says 2.4. It looks like error fix is high. The QAM is 16, but on the receiver it's 64. And lead-in says 24, which to me seems pretty long. The picture I've got's a black and white picture. It's not very big, and if I look at the time on it, I've reduced it down a bit, and it says 116 seconds, so that's 2 minutes at 27k. Does that sound too long?
Alright, sounds good to me. The only thing you could do, Chris might be able to confirm this for me, change the QAM to 64, and apparently that reduces the, I think that reduces the length of time that it takes to do it. Now, I have never fiddled with any of that, but apparently the two Chris's, the twins, one of who is here today and the other one is listening, they've done it. But I think if you change your QAM to 64, and if my memory serves me correct, yours is on 16 at the moment. Apart from that, all good.
That's the $1 million question. Now going into Easypal settings and trying to find that. Also look at, when I'm in the settings here, in the setup, got encode options. I can see it's set for RS2 is light encode. As for QM? Not seeing that one straight away.
Okay, look on your thermometer, and you've got a whole pile of things there. It says mode, width, error fix, QAM, lead-in. Click on QAM and you'll find that it changes.
Oh, you're a good man, Stan. That's made it 78 seconds. There we go. I knew there was an easy way of doing it. All right, well, that means we're all set up. That'll go for 78 seconds. That's a lot better.
Just enough time to go and make a cup of coffee.
Okay, so if we're all set, and I don't hear anything when I drop the repeater, I'll transmit an Easypal picture. So this is VK3 BAC with an Easypal transmission. I'll drop the repeater.
Man alive, my glad I don't have to sit under that hairdryer.
If you look at the file name, you'll see what year it is. So it looks like an old fireman's helmet. Just another question too, was my call sign at the start of the transmission, was that coming up in the waterfall?
I thought it did the first time, but not the second.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll check it out next time. I'm not too certain. It seems to be quite a delay from me hitting the transmit button, so I'm not sure if that's going through before the actual radio kicks in, and that might be a setting in the radio on a delay. So a couple of little things to tweak around and sort out, I think, but we'll see that next time.
VK3BOC, VK3UKW. That was excellent for me, and I would have gotten the picture, except QSSTV crashed 2/3 through receiving. So no idea what happened there, and it's never happened to me before. But yeah, that just locked up and crashed. VK3BOT, VK3UKW, sounds like you got all the segments there. Did you, what dB did you get there?
No, he was good, Luke, same as you, 13 dB at VK3BOT, file okay, full decode. Yeah, no, it did well. It's like riding a bike, you don't forget. I mean, it might be a bit rusty and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, it's amazing. Give him a different radio and it can still do it. Back to you. Good. It was a good transmission. So was yours, Luke. Yours was good as well. Back to you, VK3UKW, VK3BOT.
Yeah, thanks. VK3CJ and 3UKW. Did you get that hairdryer picture?
UKW, VK3CJN. Yeah, I'd like to comment about the fireman's helmet. It does look like that, doesn't it? I can imagine that being made out of polished brass. Yes, full decode here at 10 dB, and yeah, very well done, Glenn. That was a good picture, good transmission. For your first one, spot on. I went back to my original audio transformers between overs there, and I think it's better. My level was a little bit high at the start, so that 10 dB might be a little bit on the Ike side. It sounded to me more like about 12 or 13. VK3 UKW, VK3CJN.
Thank you, Chris. And VK3EAP, 3UKW, did you get that picture from VK3BAC?
VK3UKW, VK3EIP, yeah, I did. 12 dB. That was going through an attenuator, through a little mixer that I've got, and that seemed to fix the problem. So I need to reduce it by about 3/4.
Thank you, so that sounds good. So next on the list would be you, VK3EIP. Do you have something to transmit?
VK3UKW, VK3EIP. I could try. I don't know how it's going to come out. So, do you want me to just do what you guys have been doing and say transmit, 10 seconds, and then see how much you get?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, just give me a go. Give me a second. I think I've got to press the MOX button here. So just hang on. VK3 UKW, VK3 IP. Did anything come through?
Yeah, I did get. I didn't get the full lock, but it looked pretty good. So just try sending a full picture, unless anybody else has any comments.
Sounded a little loud for me. I didn't get a lock. I mean, it's close.
It sounded loud to me too.
VK3P3UKW, if you can drop your transmit volume down just a hair and try again.
that's going to be a VK3, UKW, VK3 IP. No, that's going to be a problem. I have no control over the what comes out of the data port. Why don't I leave this for next week and see if I can come up with a solution by then.
That's all right. Well, just go ahead and send it through with the settings you have now, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, so you just want me, so I just continue on what I did before and just let it go to completion, is that right?
Yep, QSL, go ahead.
VK3, UKW VK3 IP, how did that go?
EIP3 UKW, yeah, unfortunately did not get a lock on that. So there's one thing I noticed is that I heard a Windows notification tone in the middle of it. So you got to make sure that your output that you're using for the sound card that you're using for Easypal isn't set as the default audio device in Windows.
Yeah, okay, VK3 UKW VK3 IP. Yeah, as I said, I had this running on a Linux box before and had separate outputs. This is coming out of the main. It's just off a laptop that I just managed to set up a few hours ago. So I think what I'll do is, okay, so that's good feedback. So what I'll do is I'll get another audio card and use that instead of the main systems one, VK3 UKW VK3 IP.
QSL, I don't think that made a big difference, but also, you can just, you should be able to just adjust your output volume on the computer then to drop that down a little bit. But yeah, let's move on for now and try again next time.
Can I just break in there, Luke?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, what you just said, Dan, about reducing the output volume on his, so the speaker volume on the computer, that will also reduce the speaker volume going to the radio, and that will help quite a little bit. If you've got, because the thing that we've got to remember with Easypal is that less is more. So the less that you have, the more that you're going to get out of it, and that also comes to when we're on our end of it, we're actually receiving it. I've got a signal link, and the RX on that's 1 bar out of about 10. And I also have the volume on my radio, that turned it way down as well. So now if George turns the volume on his computer down to whereabouts it's going to go through to the radio, that will also help.
Yeah, that's VK3 IP. Okay, I think I've figured out which volume. I turned down the wrong volume, so I've got the Easypal volume now, and I've turned that down to 50.
Excellent. That will make a big difference. VK3 BOT said that.
EIP VK3 UKW. Yeah, if you want to try again with just a 10-second transmission, then we can see if that made a difference.
Okay, VK3 Echo India Papa, about to do 10 seconds again. VK3 UKW, VK3 IP.
Did not get a lock on that. I don't know if it was much different. K3 BOT, what did you see there?
No, no change at all. That was exactly the same volume as what it was before. That, to me, it didn't make any, no difference at all, Luke.
Yeah, look, if you look at your Easypal sound card settings, you've got a receive and a TX to transmit. So one's microphone and one's receive for your audio, your speaker level. So I would have thought you'd be going the other way, the microphone level.
You might now, let me just let me get this thing correct. When you're using your speaker level for your volume control, that's what's going to be transmitted from the radio. The microphone control is what you are receiving from the radio.
Okay, I've got to get my head around that. All right, I understand what you're saying because I used to work like that when you were looking at it from the other direction.
Now, the only reason that I know that, George, is because I also do slow scan TV on 7 megs and 14 megs, and I use a microphone for that. And so I have to control the level that because it receives. I haven't got the 718 wired up, and so I had to be really careful with that microphone setting because otherwise that don't work either.
You're right in what you said before, Stan, with the signal link. Yeah, I used to have mine on absolute minimum. It was just on the receive volume level on that one, I think, unless it was the transmit side. Maybe it was the transmit side, but yeah, now it's all software controlled. That's why I was interested to see if it worked this way, which is obviously right, so I'll leave all the settings alone. But all right, I'll have to get my... well, we get 13 dB. I think we sometimes used to get up in the 20s, but look, I'm not worried about that. If it's working, leave it alone.
Yeah, now with a signal link, you and I were both exactly the same. I have the TX on my signal link. I have that 1 bar out of 10. That's what the setting is on that. And the RX is the same. So, yeah. All right, back to you, Luke. We're wasting time.
Yeah, QSL. No worries. It's all we're all just having fun and having a play here, so it's all good. But yeah, I think for now we'll just see if we can get back to VK3CJN. Have you made any changes there, and would you like to try transmitting again?
Made a few changes. I'll transmit the graphic this time. Let's see how that goes. Okay, load animated. 4,087 seconds. I don't think so. Hang on. Just let me. I don't think this is going to work either. 1.6 megabytes. No, I think that's going to be too big. I'm going to have to do some play around. No, just skip me. Carry on with send one yourself, Luke.
I left myself out of the rotation, so let me go find a picture to transmit.
While we do that, I've found one, so I'll shoot this across and see how that goes, if that's all right with you.
Sure. Okay, 3C chain, 3 UKW, did you get that?
Like the world's smallest Morse key. 10 dB here, full decode link. Excellent.
That is not a Morse key, that is actually the audio interface for doing Easypal with my FT70 handheld. That key there is actually the push to talk, because I would need to put in a real Vox circuit to get Vox there, because the FT70 doesn't have a Vox feature. Anyway, VK3BOT, VK3UKW, did you receive that?
I certainly did. 13 dB at VK3BOT, file okay. Damn good image. Yeah, very good indeed. Excellent.
Yeah, QSL, VK3BAC, 3UKW, did you also receive that?
No. Interesting enough that I've got a total of 176 OK segments, position 176 OK remaining segments. It was at lock, it was going green nicely, and about a third of the way through it just had a little hiccup and then stopped decoding. So I'm not sure if the program stopped working or just something happened.
So you got how many segments?
It says 176 OK segments. but it just didn't decode.
176 out of how many?
176 is all I've got as a total, and they're all okay. No remaining segments. But I can see the name of the file, hookup cropped, but I'm not seeing the picture.
Are you on the RX tab in Easypal?
Yep, yeah, I'm just looking at the last one, the test one was the last one I've got in here.
You go to the view tab, Glenn.
What happens if you try to send BSR?
Just wondering, might have been me at this end, maybe mucking around with just looking at pictures for the transmit side while it's receiving. Maybe it just didn't like it and interrupted it. Yeah, I can send a BSR and see what happens.
He won't have a BSR to send, and we now know what he did. If you try to load your next picture while you are receiving a picture, Easypal has a hissy fit and shows its rather rude side and won't correct the picture. Chris suggested having a look in the view file. That may work, but I don't think so. It's just Easypal. It's just one of the idiosyncrasies of it. VK3 Bravo Oscar Tango said that.
No worries, Dan. Well, it'll teach me for multitasking. I think I'll just have to do one thing at a time on this and not touch it.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, if you can look at the receive folder, or there's a temporary folder as well for receives. You might have a look in there, and you might find it there, but no guarantees on that.
No, I'm not seeing it in the view or the receive, but it's okay. I'll just won't muck around with it while it's in receive mode.
Yeah, QSL. VK3EIP 3UKW. Did you receive that picture?
Yeah, VK3 UKW, VK3 EIP. No problems. 12 signal to noise ratio of 12 dB, and got all the segments. Looks good. Thanks.
Yeah, QSL. All right. So we had a bit of a late start today, but we're already past our allotted time. So I would suggest we adjourn here until next week.
Good to me, Luke.
Sounds like a plan. No worries.
All for coming up, and a few people have some things to work on, including myself. And yeah, see you next Sunday or the Sunday after, whenever we can make it again.
Yeah, excellent, Luke. Well done with the session. If anybody happens to be anybody else happens to be interested, a bit of unsolicited advertising. Thursday night, 2100 to 2300 hours, we also run an Easypal session on the Ferny Creek repeater. But yeah, good session and good pictures, the ones that we got. And I think everybody learned a lot, including me. VK3 Bravo Oscar Tango will go clear. Bye.
Yeah, VK3BOT3 UKW. That is that Ferny Creek repeater. That is VK3RML, isn't it?
Yep, that's correct.
Yep, so for anyone interested, Thursday from, I think, 9 p.m. On VK3 RML is also in the Melbourne Easypal group.
Great. All right. Thanks, Luke, for putting on VK3 BAC clearing.
Thanks, Luke. VK3 EIP also clear.
Yeah.
Catch up with you next Sunday. Better make sure I've got doubling.
Go clear myself, 7-3 to all of you. This is VK3 UKW, going clear.
Luke, have a great week. I'll catch up with you next Sunday. For those of you who are still listening, there is a Melbourne Easypal Facebook group which you are welcome to join. The joining fee is 10 grand, payable in advance. Just joking. Yeah, and we put up the pictures that we send on Thursday nights usually on that group, so that everybody who has a failed decode can get a chance to see what the pictures are like. So that's the Melbourne Easypal Facebook group. The VK3CJ, I'm wishing you all a very good afternoon.